Okay. Hi. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made to Be Great, which you are great. So, so the first time I posted was basically explaining to you what everything, just everything in a small nutshell. But the first topic that I'm going to talk to you about, and I don't have to preach to you, I can just talk with you because I want you to actually feel the truth and feel what I'm trying to explain to you. So, the first thing is about just life, period. The way people feel like they need to be in the world to enjoy the music or enjoy anything that's in the world. But understand this, being with God and being with Jesus is so much better. I thought I needed to be in the world because I felt like I needed love, or I felt like I needed friendship, or I felt like I was missing out on what I saw. I saw people going to parties. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a dancer. I want to go out and I want to, I want to party, but I didn't party like that. But once in a blue moon, yeah, I would go out. But what were you getting? To go out there, get drunk, come back, then what did you gain? Why would you want to go to a party to meet a guy there? Why would you want to go to a party to show your flesh? And so much bad things can happen because everybody else is doing it. Trust me, there's fun in being in the presence of God. God will put the right people in your life that will understand you for you, that you don't have to facade and be like someone else just to keep that friend. Or you don't have to bend over backwards or sleep with someone just to keep them because you want a relationship. That's not a relationship. A lot of people, they sit there, they say, well, you wouldn't understand. You don't know my life. Listen, I'm not telling you about your life. Let me explain about mine. I was always looking for love because I never felt like I was loved, and that's what people's problems are. Is something in your life that had to put you in the position where you feel like you need to get love from the outside world instead of first loving yourself. And a lot of people won't admit that. Oh, I love me. No, you don't love you, because then you wouldn't be searching for it outside, in drugs, in people, in friendship, in men, in family. Look, if something in your life is providing you toxicness, is providing you not a clear mind, is providing you unable to listen, is providing you unable to stop and breathe. And yes, again, think, listening, breathing. 3 techniques that I'm going to prove to you how it works when you truly trust God, and He will give you the opportunity to use that provision to stop, think, listen, and breathe. It's so hard sometimes when you're in that predicament and you don't have Jesus and you don't have God, that you cannot think, listen, and breathe because you're just so caught up in all the emotion of, what about me? Well, why is this happening to me? Or why I can't get a good friend that will listen? Because that friend is of the world. And that friend is only jealous of you because they see that you have a potential, or they see that you have something that they don't have, or they don't understand how you could have the faith that you have. I was always weird. I was always believing in craziness, believing that I could fly away on the magic carpet. Or I always believed that true love was there, so I would go searching for it instead of just waiting for the right person to come find me. Me searching for it because, let me give you a story. So when I was younger, I didn't grow up in the best household. And no, it's not because, I'm African American or whatever the case may be. It was because I just wasn't brought up in a full home. A full home is the best thing that you can provide. And my mom, she worked a lot because she wanted to take care of my sister, me. So because of how she was raised, she only knew, okay, I gotta work, make money, pay for everything, take care of my children, put food on the table. She didn't understand the whole aspect of being a parent and actually communicate with your children and talking with them. Instead of trying to protect your child and trying to work and pay the bills, you have to think, listen, and breathe, because then you're pushing your kid away and you don't even realize it. You want to sit down and you want to talk with your kids. Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating. it is frustrating. Sometimes you want to, pull out your hair because your child is asking you questions that you have to understand, even though you know they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They just see you as you're just the boss. You're just the person that they go through for everything. But you got to stop. Okay, my child is asking me this question because they want to communicate. Listen, they just want to know that you hear them, and just breathe. Okay, I'm a parent. I had the children. They don't understand. This is not their fault. And pray with them. Take a minute. Just pray with their kids. That's how you start it up. Pray with them. Talk with them. Hear what they have to say, because you'd be surprised at things that are in their head that you don't think is going on. But that's how you get to know your child. That's how you get to know people, period. People think they know you, right? They think they know you because of what they see. But just because you see your kids every day does not mean you don't know what's going on in their minds. You want to sit down, talk with them. This quarantine is the best thing that could possibly have happened to anyone. Why? Because you have the opportunity to know yourself, because a lot of people don't know themselves. People, the things that happened to you in the past or how you raised up is meant to build you and show you that you're capable of producing and being the best person that you could possibly be. It's not to break you. It's not for you to try to go around the whole world trying to, oh my God, this happened to me. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. You don't need to have all that attention. All you need to do is know that God is there. He'll help you through it. He'll provide you with the information you need to know why you went through it. Because if I was supposed to really depend on churches, pastors, people of this world to tell me why I went through what I went through, or why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, or how to parent my children, or anything of that nature, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Only God can get you where you need to go. Well, not even. Only Jesus can get you where you need to go, and he will get you and petition you for God. But even I'm not perfect. I fall short of that. Sometimes I want to pull out my hair. I love my kids to death, and God gave me them for a reason. But it's not worth missing out on anything. If my mom would have stopped and took a breather, yes, she'd been through a lot, and I feel horrible. That's the reason why I can understand where she's coming from with certain things and how she is because she didn't have a right childhood. So that starts with generational curses, which I'm going to talk to you about that later and give you my point of view about that. But she didn't have that autopsy, and that's the island. Sorry, guys. She didn't have that upbringing for the people that don't autopsy. But she didn't have that upbringing to understand and to feel, to let me talk to my kids and let them know that the reason why I'm paranoid about this, or the reason why I don't want them doing this, or the reason why I don't want them, going out is because of, I don't want them to get hurt. And from my experience, you know what I mean? Just from their point of view, instead of getting upset or getting angry when your child asks a question, or getting angry when your child's like, hey, can we go here? I wasn't allowed to go. My sister and I weren't allowed to go anywhere. Our getaway when we were growing up was going to the library in Jersey because we weren't allowed to go anywhere. My mom didn't want us to have friends. She didn't want us to talk to people. She didn't want us to do any of that. Like, she was paranoid, but it was how she was raised. She didn't have the right childhood. So we didn't have the right childhood. We knew our mom loved us, but she was just a little abusive and crazy and just got upset because she just did not have the right autopsy. She didn't have that right upbringing to understand how to parent the right way. No one knows how to parent the right way. They just parent off of how they feel and how they were raised. No book can tell you how to parent and what to prepare for. A book can probably advise you and give you some ideas, but if you don't feel that in your spirit, then you're not going to do it. No book can tell you how to love your child. You have to know how to love your child. You have to sit down and be like, look, Jesus, right now is tough for me. And you have to be honest with yourself. Every parent goes through it. Everyone goes through it. Every parent, you have to sit down and have communication. People are so ready to do whatever they have to keep a relationship. You need to do whatever you have to do to keep your children. You have to communicate with your children. You have to understand your children. You have to stop, think, listen. You have to breathe, think, listen, breathe. What relationship do you want with your children? What relationship do you want with yourself? let me give you a passage in the Bible so you understand. So Psalms 141, and I'm going to tell you, because everything that I do is led by the Holy Spirit. And trust me, I know nothing about running a church. I know nothing about anything. I just know about loving people generally, which is crazy. I just really have love for people that I just want to share my perspective, my emotions, so that you'll understand why to trust and believe in Jesus, believe in God, not because of society, not because of churches, not because of none of that, but because of you and where you're going to go with Jesus. Your relationship with Jesus and your relationship with God is more important than anything else. Who cares about anything else? You want to make sure that you prosper and you're going to go to the direction that the Lord needs you to go. So listen, Lord, I cry unto thee. Make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. Right? Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Incline my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. So that basically, you're telling God, okay, Lord, so right now there's stuff going on. I need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to trust in me. I need you to lay your hands down, and I need you to understand and keep the doors of my lips, right? But why don't you do that to your children or yourself? Why do you feel like only praying to God when you need something, or you need him to listen is only when you do something? When your children talk to you, they're talking to you like how you talk to God. They're petitioning to you why they need you to hear what they're saying, even if it's the most craziest thing. The same way you can pray, oh Lord, oh my God, I need this, I need that. Your children are like, oh my God, mommy, I need you to hear me. I need you to love me, mommy. I need you to tell me why ponies are the best animals in the world, even if ponies don't exist. I need to tell you why Spider-Man and Venom is best friends, even if they're the same people. But the same way that you act to God, you have to act to your children. And the funny thing about this is not even what I came to preach to you about, but it seems like the Holy Spirit wants me to continue and just, provide you with that intake about, parenting and just upliftment. The same way that you want God, because God is our Father. Jesus, he's his son. That means that Jesus is our brother and sister. If you're a guy, that's your brother. If you're a girl, that's your brother. But on our word, that's I'm his sister. But the same way you would want him to listen and treat you with that same respect, you have to start off as a parent and treat your kids just that way. You got to listen. You got to hear them out. You want your child to go in a certain direction, you need to mold them, talk with them, love them, sit down, pray with them. Even if you're aggravated, everyone gets aggravated, but it's not their fault they're here. You made that child. You want to sit down and you want to breathe. You don't want to push your kid away at young. People think that these children don't understand. Oh, he's 2, he don't know. Oh, he's 4, he don't know. He's 5, he's 7, he don't. No, you do know. I remember when I was 2. I kind of am glad that, I went through what I went through as a young child, because that pain that I had in my system pushed me to do all the things that I wasn't supposed to, but I did to find me, to get the true love from Jesus himself, so that our God, our Father that loved us and made heaven, earth, everything, would actually give you what you need so that you can actually feel that love. And you don't have to hurt. You don't have to be aggravated. Sometimes you get so aggravated because your child is bothering you. You don't want to be bothered, but who else are they going to bother but you? You don't want them to go in the world and find things that they don't need because you pushed them away. Because you didn't give them that attention or love that they need. But you're looking for attention in everything else, and friends, men, profaned music, And by the way, I hate profanity. I'm not going to say that. When I was younger, I used to say like cuss for reasons that's needed because I thought it was cool because everybody else was doing it. But no, you don't need to use profanity. There's different terminologies that you can use to express whatever you need to express. You don't need to curse. I don't even listen. When I hear it, my ears bleed. My ears hurt. That's when you know that you're moving on another level, because God will take you to places and take you to levels where you just stop doing certain things that you didn't even think it's possible to do. Like, oh my gosh, I speak like that. I was raised in that area. That's the reason why I speak the way I speak. No, that doesn't make you who you are. There's a lot of people that grew up in certain areas that sound nuts. There's people that grew up in a black neighborhood that does not sound black. There's people that grew up in a white neighborhood that do not sound white. There's people that grew up in a Spanish neighborhood that don't sound Spanish. You wouldn't even believe where they come from. People are always looking at me talking about, oh, you're Dominican, oh, you're Bahamian, you're this, that, and third. No, my love. I'm not from any of those. But I do love the Spanish culture. I always hang around them. I do love island people, but my family is from, they're Jamaican, British, and Indian. But just know, as a parent, what you look for, you can find it on how you treat your children. Because that love that you're looking for outside, you can gain it from your children. You can gain it when you truly understand what love is. Because I love you. I do. I generally love each and every person that's going to watch this video, each and every person that I don't know. I truly just love you guys. Because everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to have that emotion. That's why I'm that holiday person. I feel like everyone deserves to have the opportunity to feel loved. Everyone has that opportunity to truly have someone that wants to hear what they're saying. I want to hear what you're saying. Comment below. Tell me your experience as a person. Tell me your experience as a parent. Like, yes, it's hard. And some people will ask, how do you get through it? You wouldn't understand. I would. I have 2 kids. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 7-year-old. And they're my best friends. Yeah, there's times that, yeah, you would get aggravated. But then now I learned I'm not getting aggravated anymore because I'm pushing my kids away. You don't want to do that. You want to learn patience. That's the best way that you can learn patience to deal with any situation, because if you could be patient with your kids, you could be patient with anything. And then every parent will understand what I mean by that. Patience will take you so far in every situation. Finding true love, which is in your children, and every other love will come, is fine. If God takes a friendship out of your life, that's fine. You don't know what they were talking about behind closed doors. Even your closest friend that you think that's your friend, find out that's not your friend. Even a guy that you're searching for and you want so badly because you want lust for it. Yes, adult activity is wonderful, but with the wrong person, it's nothing. Someone that's just going to just take something from you and then leave, that's nothing. You want something that's going to last for eternity, and it does exist. I know it does. Because I feel it and see it, and I trust everything that Jesus tells me. Every time God confirms things to me, I just feel the Holy Spirit take over my whole body and I feel chills. But remember, if you have any questions on, if you have anything that you want to ask, just how to breathe when you're angry. Or the same way that if someone do something crazy in the road or outside, you don't want to go to jail, you better stop, think, and go, because the same way you go to jail is the same way of being locked out from God in heaven. And you don't want to be locked out because you're upset or you just can't take telling. Just understand that you just have to be grateful. You just have to think about what you have and think about what you didn't have growing up, and know where you're coming from to understand where you're going and where you're at in that moment. Because people are just too easy to, they're worrying so much about, oh my God, the future, what am I doing about tomorrow? How about you worry about fixing what's going on right now in the moment, so then you can understand what your next step is. But what I was going to say 2 minutes ago is that put down, any questions that you have in the comments below. Put down, any experiences or any, prayer requests or anything, or any question that you would like to ask me. Why I'm the person that I am, or anything in that nature. I believe that everyone needs to have an ear, and you want the right ear. Someone that's going to actually listen, pray for you, understand you, not judge you because you want to do craziness. But you have to listen. You have to understand a person's perspective and point of view for you to truly, know. God, he really loves us. Jesus, he beyond loves us. That's the reason why he did that ultimate sacrifice. And he did that sacrifice because he wanted to give everyone the opportunity and chance. Because, people are hard-headed. How many times does it take you to listen, even as an adult? The same way you yell at your child, why you can't go sit down, or why you can't stop touching that, or why did you do this and that and the third? Why can't you listen and stop touching that? Why can't you listen and be quiet and stop trying to go there, here, and listen to what God is telling you? The same way you talk to your child, it's the same way you need to listen to God. And the same way you get frustrated with him, do you think Jesus is frustrated? God is frustrated with you? Are you listening? If he says do not go outside, are you going to listen and not go outside? Or are you going to say, oh, I'm grown? But if your child do that to you, because you're still a child, I'm a child. Everybody is a child in God's eye, because we're his kids. Our job is to be obedient and listen. The same way you want your child to listen. You have to listen. It is hard. But that's why I'm going to share my experiences with you. I'm going to share my perspectives with you. I'm going to share how I deal with things, so you understand you're not alone. We're all going through things. We're all going through maybe all of us is going through some similar things. But the thing is that I don't want you to go through it alone, and God doesn't want you to go through it alone either. He doesn't. And that's why he'll put the right people in your corner, the right message in your corner, the right information in your corner, so that you can understand how you would deal with things the right way. You're a beautiful mom. You're a beautiful father. Single, not single, in a relationship, because it seems like, from what I've seen, there's married couples that seem like they're going more crazy than single people with children. But who am I to judge? I don't know what's really going on in their life, or what's going on in their head psychologically, why it's hard for them to just be calm and just be a parent, or be calm and understand where your kid is coming from. The same way you would wonder why bad things are happening to you because you don't listen. Or even some people judge a person's lifestyle and you don't know what's going on in their head or what God has to deal with them. You only know what they tell you. You only see what people want you to see. But if you are not the lotion that you put on that person's skin that goes with them everywhere, you cannot say anything. Your job is not to judge. Your job is just to hear. The same way you want someone to listen to you, you just need to hear, be calm, trust in God, trust the process. And trust me, it gets better. It really does. And you don't need all the money in the world for that to occur. You just need to believe that your Father has your back, and he has you, and he loves you. And what he's telling you is for your good. It's not to put you in any bad situation. It's to get you in a better position, a better situation, for you not to settle for less, for you not to just undermine yourself as a parent, as a human, as a single person, as a whatever the heavens you are. But I love you. Remember, you're wonderfully made to be great. And the next time we meet up, we are going to be talking about relationships. Today's segment, it seemed like the Lord wanted me to talk about parenting, because what I started off talking about, it seemed like everything diverted to parent. But that's what happens when you let the Holy Spirit lead you. That's what happens. You just, the Lord will just put you where you need to go, and everything will flow along with it. if you let him.